in San Antonio, Texas. Matthew L. Morris is the youngest of 3 children and was the first in his family to attend college. He graduated magna cum laude from Huston-Tillotson University in 2008 with a bachelor's degree in history. While at Huston-Tillotson, Morris was a W.E.B. Du Bois Honor Scholar and received various fellowships, including the United Negro College Fund Mellon Minority Undergraduate Fellowship, the Young People for Fellowship, and the prestigious Haddon Sumner Scholarship. He was also a member of the Pi Gamma Mu International Honor Society. After serving with the AmeriCorps Vista at the University of Texas at San Antonio, Morris pursued a graduate school degree at Teachers College at Columbia University in New York, New York, and he will receive his master's in sociology and education in May 2011. Matthew cites HT for being the place that molded him as a leader. He believes that the foundation was built through his experiences at Huston-Tillotson are solid enough to withstand all that life has to store. So after the jazz combo, the next voice you will hear is that of the remarkable Matthew Morris.
To the Board of Trustees, the President, faculty, staff, students, my fellow alum, and all who are in attendance today, good morning.
Good morning.
First and foremost, allow me to extend my gratitude for this opportunity to stand before you today. I am truly grateful. And to Russell, thank you for that introduction. And to the honor students, keep on keeping on. Your work is not in vain.
Right.
Work until that dream manifests into reality. Lest we forget, all things are possible to him that believes. I asked myself when preparing for today, what words could I possibly give that would be timely? After planning a few scenarios, I began to have conversations with former classmates surrounding the question of what, if anything, do you wish someone would have told you while you were still at Huston-Tillotson? These conversations range from jokes about living arrangements, bad cafeteria experiences, and finding means to pay for tuition. But soon these interchanges began to get serious. And through our dialogue, tokens of wisdom began to arise. I ask that you listen intently as I share the voices of those who have sat in these very seats. The voices of those who, looking back, wish we would have taken these simple moments of wisdom and listened to me. Jimmy Smith, class of 2008. Take advantage of the opportunities afforded to you while they are offered. Make sure that you always present yourself as a professional, because this simple act, added with going to class and doing well, presents the perfect time to network and build strong, lasting impressions. Make sure you try your hardest and best to achieve great grades, because the choices you make while at HT will follow you the rest of your life. Trina Walker, class of 2009, put it simply. 1, take yourself to class. Not only are you paying for this service, but you might actually learn something. But you wouldn't know it. 2, try to realize the importance of this opportunity. This really is in high school. A 4-year plan can easily become 5, 6, 7. But just pay attention and don't let life pass you by. 3, take advantage of any and everything here. Apply yourself and you get a lot out of this school. It's not always what you think. Sometimes if people just try, you would really get what we need out of this place. Michael Nash, class of 2007. I wish someone had told me that it is better to jump in, get started, and learn from your mistakes, than to sit worrying and deciding what to do, how to do it perfectly. There is beauty in the flaws, and there is joy in the experience. Jeffrey Plummer, class of 2009. Looking back, I wish someone had told me the importance of being organized and getting things in writing. Although conversations can build mutual agreement Having things in writing alleviates all confusion. Corbior, class of 2008. Never forget the foundation. Take every small chat, class, workshop, conference, job fair, volunteer activity, meeting, or interview seriously. You never know which of these moments will drastically impact your life for the good. I can simply use the voices of others to show that it's not what I have to say or to offer you that will help you reach your full potential, but rather how we as a collective how we as a collective must come together, build together, grow together, and elevate one another to our rightful place in this world. I had a conversation with my roommate from my first year at Huston-Tillotson recently. He had identified the problem area, proceeded to give his view of the situation, and after hearing him out, I asked a simple question. So, what are you going to do about it? It was in this moment that I realized that we as a community, or maybe me, have a tendency to talk, sharing our views and opinions about many situations. Quick are we to open our mouths so our voices will be heard sounding out amongst the many. Yet oftentimes, we are very slow to put these words into action. Hesitant to end our rants with, and this is what I'm going to do about it. So in addition to these words of my peers today, I must add the challenge. The so what. This is what I'm going to do with what I got. Yes, life is what you make it. But HT is what we make. Sitting and complaining, half doing your assignment, not taking pride in these complaints will not make your time here go any faster. Looking back on an institution that granted you mobility in our society and not pouring back into it will not change your experience or enhance the outcomes of those who are to come. Saying that students aren't made like they were back in the day will not aid in this institution's growth. Believing that we sit in the shadows, of one of the largest institutions in our nation, rather than realizing that we are the light that shines brightly on a hill. Internalize that light. Embody it. Embrace it. This is our call. So, what are we going to do about it? To our family, to our friends, I challenge you today. I challenge you to build a support network like no one has ever seen. Be an advocate. By doing this, we gain strength. To my fellow alumni, your challenge is simple. Give back. Although we have heard this time and time again, and can note the impact of alumni on our own experience, how many of us really invest back into this institution? Through our time, our talents, and our financial resources. Our presence adds to the value of HBCUs across the nation, not just HT. Through our investments, we allow others to see that HBCUs are still relevant and needed in today's society. To Dr. Urban, to the board, you too have a challenge. I challenge you to keep your ears to the ground and stay 2 steps ahead of the rest. There is no need to keep up with the Joneses when the Joneses don't know where they're going. Listen closely to the cry of the students, the voices of the people, and allow these voices to influence your decisions. To the faculty and the staff, I challenge you to ask yourself what your contribution to this institution truly is. How does it aid in its growth? Can you say that you give 100% to every student that crosses your path so that their life is never the same? Are you providing them with the tools needed to be competitive and relevant to today's society? Realizing that the very lives you touch are part of your living legacy. Students, challenge yourself. Work from within. Set goals, write them down, and find someone to hold you accountable. Push yourself beyond yourself. Go beyond what is expected. Step outside what is comfortable and convenient. In every assignment, be confident that the work that you produce is at the same caliber as students at universities across this country. In this, you will begin defining your role as an academic, as a researcher, and as a scholar. Challenge your peers to do the same. Remember during Welcome Week when they told you to look to your left and to look to your right, noting that statistics say that many of you who enrolled would fail to complete. The challenge is to make HT an outlier in the state. To every student under the sound of my voice, I say to you today, look to your left and look to your right. Then grab your neighbor's hand. Look them in the eye and say, I will see you on graduation day. We will not be part of that. How can we work together, grow together, build together, so that this place remains a beacon of hope, yielding forth the promise of the day? I draw from the mission of Providence St. Mel High School in Chicago as I close. In the statement, there's something that we should all embody as we move forward in this challenge. It states, we believe in the creation of inspired lives, produced by the miracle of hard work. We are not frightened by the challenges of reality, but believe we can change our conception of this world and our place within it. So we work, plan, build, and dream in that order. We believe that one must earn the right to dream. Our talent, discipline, and our integrity will be our contribution to a new world. Because we believe that we can take this place, this time, and these people, and make a better place, a better time, and a better people. With God's help, we will either find a way or make one.
All right.